the one string on your hair on eBay so I can buy it and keep it in remembrance of you? What?
I do have friends. Oh my gosh, I actually have friends.
You guys are friends. Yo, you more?
There's a shitload of stuff here. Legos under here? What the fuck? No, for real, Legos look. Fucking monkey, what does monkey have? And you gotta get all your fucking cups. All of them, you hear me guys? All of them. And get your fucking plate.
Hey, Juke.
Who's this little bitch?
Chicken.
Yo,
Everything on the scene.
I just went back and
What's up?
watched,
Hey, Mom.
or,
Can you watch some, yeah?
video about you popping
I'm
off.
back to your Xbox and chicken.
Bro, I didn't know you jumped out of your chair. That was sick.
Because right now, I can't play with you right now, Juke, because I'm playing with my clan. And
Yeah, little
We
bitch, the
about to
fuck
run
out of here,
screens.
pussy!
we're about to run screens, so can't play with us.
Symphony was like, no,
Why? Why? Cause it's why you don't.
Symphony
Oh my
and
god.
Chocolate. Nice guys know you.
Fuck, bro.
There's two teams.
Shut up! You cannot be in our clan, kid. You people wish to
I'll end
fucking join me, little pussy.
I'm dead, baby.
She's like, oh, bet.
Kite, little bitch. I don't know.
Holy shit, look at his mic. Like, bro, I can't speak, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Fast mic, by the way. Wait, you want to get it?
You speak all the day.
I remembered.
Wait, what?
Remember? Were you? Trap the fuck out of this nigga. Oh my god, it's not.
Oh!
Remember?
Yeah.
Your ramen should be started to make so.
Bro, I'm so out of date.
My fucking god, my fork fell.
Where?
Okay, as you kinda do, put everything in the trash. If there's forks.
Oh my god.
Watch this shit, trick shot. Oh shit. Actually make that.
I make them everything.
For real?
Yes.
I can't, bro. I made that. That's my first one, bro. That's what you're gonna do es descender todas las pinches cosas que tu manito hizo. Damn! Oh shit! Oh look, a Rubik's cube. Oh shit!
That's mine.
That sucks.
38 seconds to go.
It is. Oh, you give it to Max, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. Thank you so much, Luke.
Oh fuck!
Awesome.
What?
Punch you in the face.
I'm so mad. Why did I not?
Juke, leave.
I'm lonely and I'm on screen, so I'm getting no content.
Give me that second thing. I shouldn't have popped the second thing. That's fortunate.
Oh, it's fortunate? Wait, Kytrix, you just said it's fortunate.
Hmm?
You just said it's fortunate.
What's up? You said it's fortunate.
You wanna play John Wick?
John Wick.
Let's do John Wick.
John Wick. No, just press play. Just press play. John Wick.
This is a custom. Oh well.
Where are we landing?
I don't know.
Fastest 90s possible. It's just strafing 90s with fucking floor ramp, right?
Honestly, I don't know.
Let's see.
Yo, we should go into creative and see who has the absolute fastest 90s, dude. JK.
I'm dying, chat. Help me. I'm gonna be mean. I just need like something to calm down myself.
And stream games like GTA and other such fantastical things. Good to see you, Honeypacky. How you doing, buddy? Relaxed and cozy, I hope.
It's so I can't do this. I'm going to Fortnite.
Getting in that qualifying spot, and then the third week they didn't really get as close, but then fourth week and fifth week, heartbreaking every single time. I hope it's their chance, and they're playing well, so tomorrow we'll see.
Yeah, indeed we will. Now, moving forward to our other region, you have Brazil here, and Sundown, since you are our resident international expert on all of the regions, you know, the W7M guys, man, they keep showing up at the top. It's ridiculous.
I mean, that whole Bulls team have just been utterly ridiculous. We talked about Nix and PFSN already qualifying, DKouts qualifying last week in solos. Him and his partner Blackouts have had the ability, we talk about kind of the glass ceiling of their potential, 99 elims, but also backed it up with 4 victory royales. A performance like that, I mean, they were, 24 points clear of second place and 50 points clear of 10th. We haven't seen leads like that. But again, they need to take it to Sunday because we haven't seen people who are as dominant on Saturdays do the same thing in the final. And with one spot up for grabs, somebody's going to put it all together.
They did the same thing last time in semifinals. They ended up being at the top and then not quite making it on the next day. So it's really all about tomorrow.
They were close though.
They were close.
It wasn't like they completely fell off.
Yeah.
One spot for Brazil, just like OCE and Asia. Now, Zeke, I'll bring you in for our next region. I give you the fun one. So already, top performers at the top, Top performers are going to be currently in the top 10 here that we've seen, like Cease and Elevate, Bizzle, Demo, Innocence, Assault. You had 72 alongside with Vivid, who is Moinler in this particular instance. And this has been fun to see a lot of these top players just keep on performing at this level. 3 spots up for grabs for NA East.
Listen, man, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. They brought the heat today. They're going to bring the heat tomorrow. I think these are consistent names. We see them all the time. Will we see them tomorrow? It just depends, man. If it's their day, we'll have to see. Keeping it short and sweet.
Nice.
Kept it short and sweet.
That was awesome.
There you go.
Kept it short and sweet. That was
wow!
I didn't expect that.
Okay.
That threw me off.
You did that to yourself.
I hope we're ready for our next segment here. So we've always bring in someone to talk about the games that they've been seeing, and whether it be Dr. Lupo or Pookie Face, we've brought in some folks to talk about the action and kind of give their take on the games today for the semifinals going into tomorrow's big games for the finals. And today we're actually going to bring in a new face. It's the Pacifist, who is joining us here today with what could only be described as one of the greatest beards I've ever seen.
Facts.
And how you doing, man?
Thank you. I'm doing good, guys. How you doing?
Fantastic. Can't really complain. We're here hanging out, talking about some Fortnite with you. So I'll let you guys just go ahead and, you do your thing, Sundown.
Thank you so much, Pacifist. First of all, glad you didn't decide to take the beard all the way down, nice and trimmed it up. But I saw you were watching the games today. Wanted to, first of all, get your take on the Season 9 meta when it comes to duos. This is the first week we've seen it in the duos competition. We saw it solos last weekend. What changes have you seen, and what kind of caught your eye?
Well, for the most part, for duos, for me, the biggest change, and first off, let me say duos for me is a lot more fun. I feel like it's a lot more tactical. Solos, it's kind of, hit or miss. But duos for me is really just getting the angle and taking those smart fights, right? Taking the early game fights, taking the smart fights. And in terms of the meta, I haven't really been too fond of the combat shotgun, but I'm starting to grow into it. I know Monster U-Face, you kind of love the combat shotgun. You've been talking about that a lot, right?
It's a good weapon.
Hear me out here?
Yeah. I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
But, I'm coming around to it for the most part, but my ideal loadout right now is kind of like a Tommy gun, either a SCAR or the new assault rifle. I've been loving that a lot lately. So having that loadout and then, just taking smart engagements and not just full sending all the time.
Nice, man. I've certainly seen the adjustments going through to duos. So one thing we kind of talked about was our base predictions. Out of the people you saw in the top 10 today, who do you think is likely to carry over their performance to Sunday? Because we don't always necessarily see those top semifinal scores